What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ridah from Watch Society. Today is an exciting day indeed, with no shadow of a doubt, because today I'm going to be announcing the winner of the modded Seiko. Not only that, you're going to find out which modded Seiko did we work on and why. But before we do that, we're going to pop over by Timepiece 360, meet with one of the founding partners, Khalid El Sayed, who is also the CEO, a very sound guy. Hear his story basically of how he used to be an investment banker a very long time ago in the UK and jump into taking over one of the leading platforms for pre-owned luxury goods. Let's go find out who the winner is. Actually, the second time we do this video, because the first time I forgot to turn the audio on.
Your fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. It's completely my fault. Today is giveaway day basically for the modded Seiko. We talked about this, and this is something that Timepiece 360 had supported us with, and we're very grateful for that. But before announcing the winner, basically, give us a little bit on your background. How did you really get into this friendly boutique, family-oriented boutique, basically, that is partially tech-enabled?
All right, cool. So the insight. Basically, I come from actually an investment banking background. I've done that pretty much the 12 years I worked for. I worked in London mainly and then transferred out here to Dubai. Probably got the bug at the age of 30 where most people get and they want to jump or do something different. It's a scary jump, but I was lucky enough to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But funny enough, Timepiece wasn't the first thing I tried. They say you have to jump into a few different things before you find the right thing.
Sure.
And I think I certainly did that. I failed a lot in a few different things.
Of course.
And in the way, Timepiece sort of was one of the things that we tried and we started. It started off as a vision, as an idea or a concept. Probably back then it was a marketplace when we first started, was to bring all the plays that existed here together.
Sure, absolutely.
But technology scared a lot of people back then, as it probably does today. And the idea of transparency around pricing, availability was probably a bit too big of a jump back then. So we kind of transferred quickly from being a marketplace to being a platform. First and foremost, we want to and we're a tech enabler, we're a tech platform. And second of all, customer experience. You know, from the outset, from day one, we've always said that we wanted customer first. No matter what they were buying, no matter what they were doing, the focus was always on the customer. But also the service center. Look, the service center that we've built is called TP Labs.
Yeah.
And it's at the heart of our business. It's probably, no, it's not probably, it is. It's the first independent service center in the UAE and probably across the region. We have certified watchmakers. All of our watchmakers are certified by Rolex and other brands. And everything that comes here through Timepiece 360 must go through our service center.
Sure.
Whether we're buying, whether we're consigning, a bit like a car, we go through this long inspection criteria. And based on this inspection criteria, we decide whether to buy the watch or refuse it outright. No matter what you're spending, whether it's 3,000 dirhams or 300,000 dirhams, it's still the same fear. You want to be, you want to feel secure, is 100% authentic, and is as it says in the description.
What was the most, say, in-demand brand in 2020?
Look, 2020 I think was a crazy year. At the beginning of 2020, say in March when it first happened, my view was that the market would fall.
Sure.
Because we're dealing with a lot of watches which trade above retail price. So the view is pandemic, worst pandemic in 100 years. Inevitably, some of these prices will start to fall. And that's how we positioned ourselves, right? So we sold a lot of stock at the beginning thinking that, but we got slapped in the face because the market did the opposite, right?
Yeah, sure.
A bit like the stock market, right? Everyone thought the stock market would plummet, but it didn't. It held, and not only did it held, it went up. And the watch industry did that. And I think a few reasons for that. I think factories shutting down. I think the lack of stock moving between country to country. It meant watches held their value. Not only did they hold their value, they actually squeezed and they went up in price.
I think we're going to see basically the community moving from hype to sort of knowledge-based approach to collectability, and that's the way it should be. However, I still think there'll be some pieces that, you know, will always, your Daytonas are going to be your Daytonas, with no shadow of a doubt. So
yeah, look,
your Royal Oaks.
Exactly, right? There's the herd, and the herd follows the trend, and the trend is obviously the Rolex and the APs and the Pateks, which everyone knows about. Okay. But then there's the other watches which you mentioned, right? If you're looking at it from an investment perspective, then yes, it's a higher risk. But then you're talking true horology, right? And from a horology perspective, watches were never made as investment pieces. They were made to be worn, they were made to be enjoyed. And look, watches, you know, I was telling this to someone the other day, watches is the only technology not to have really evolved over the last 150 years. Watches have stayed true to form, right? And they haven't really changed. And that's what makes them so unique. And
well said.
In this age and day and industry where on a daily basis, the phone that you had, after 6 months, it's deemed out of date and you get the new one, the same with the laptop, the same with your car. A Submariner, if you take a 30-year-old one and you look at a brand new one, there's differences, but they still have the same look and feel, and when you look at the movements, it's still, you know, and that's the beauty of watches.
Subtle changes, but it's still a sub, right?
Yeah.
It's iconic. Okay, fantastic. So we're here today to make an announcement as well, Khalid.
Yes, so enough about this, and let's talk about this watch.
Just to be fair, guys, so the way I've done it basically is I've looked at all of the submissions, and it was neck to neck Kermit versus this all stealth, all black Seiko. And what happened?
Can I show them?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So these are the worked out versions. This is the stuff that happened in Timepiece 360 Labs in collaboration with, what was the gentleman's name actually?
It's horologia.dxb.
Horology.dxb.
Yes.
So in partnership with Timepiece 360, they built those two amazing, beautiful pieces that was assembled in Timepiece 360 Labs. The whole thing really wasn't long. It was over just 2 hours and it was done really. The way I've done basically the selection is that we looked at all of the submissions. It was neck to neck Kermit versus all stealth, all black. And I've populated all of these names basically on an Excel sheet, regardless of your region or where you're located. And yeah, we had it on a Google random selector. Exactly. And the winner basically, Khalid, do you want to do the honors?
But it's a pretty cool watch, huh? The cool thing about these Seikos is that you take a base model and you can change it. And you can change it basically to what you like. So you can play with the hands, you can play with the dial, you can change the bezel, the bracelet, and it comes out from a completely different watch.
Yeah.
And you can see here, right? Look, they're two very, very, very different looking watches.
Indeed.
And that's the beauty about these watches.
I gotta tell you though, the stealth one, like, I mean, I know people are die-hard Rolex look, Kermit look, you know, it's hard to get. It doesn't break the bank as well, you know, you dress it up, dress it down, whatever you do with it, it's a very playful watch.
Playful, that's a good word, right? And these are what these watches are. They're playful, and comparatively speaking, they're not expensive compared to some of the other watches.
I would always take the opportunity to kind of, like, idiomistically and through every single creative way evoke what I want to see in a watch. And this to me stands out.
Well, exactly, right? It's very cool.
This is really cool. Yeah.
And the calendar is in Arabic. The wording, not the numbers.
Yeah.
Or Hindi, if you're looking at horology.
It's got the Milgaus, how do you say that? Milgauish.
Look, yes. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even notice them now, but yes.
Milgauish second guy, that's hilarious. Our winner basically is,
I forgot his name.
Okay, all right, okay.
James Morrison, James Robinson.
Hold on, can you stop recording for a second? James Johnson.
Yeah, James Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the winner is?
James Johnson.
James Johnson.
James Johnson.
Why did I say
I hope I've got the name right.
Yeah, James Johnson. James Johnson, basically, congratulations.
Big congrats, James.
Yeah, this was done with Timepiece 360. Basically, all what you have to do, James, is DM Timepiece 360 on their Instagram. What's your Instagram? How do people?
Timepiece 360. So James, just give us a shout, give us a DM on Timepiece 360, and just arrange to come in. And if you've not been here before, come here, collect the watch, check it out, and we can all have a coffee together.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Khalid.
No, thank you for coming. Thank you for arranging this.
And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.